Yo, Counter Attack Podcast with myself, Daps. Guys, keep liking, subscribing, sharing it, all that good stuff. Yes, guys, thank you for the comments on the video from yesterday on the Instagram. Oh my gosh, where's my English? On Instagram. A load of comments. I had someone comment on one of my posts where I was talking about Manchester United being able to spend so much cash, and they started giving me a whole breakdown about, like, I don't know how debt works and mortgages and loans, and I was like, oh my gosh, these times I'm actually an accountant. But I didn't want to say that to him in the comments because I didn't reply back to anyone in the comments today. So I didn't want to not reply back to all the nice comments, and then the one sort of negative comment I reply back to. But yeah, keep engaging, guys, man. And I've got, as soon as I edit it, I recorded with a player last week, and I need to edit that and put that out. I'll probably edit it. Oh, I can't do it tomorrow. You're going to get it soon in the next couple of days, 100%. But yeah, man, what else is going on today? It's just the same old, same old. It looks like Sesko has finally been, not confirmed, he ain't been holding up the shirt, but I think their Man United's deal, Man United's offer has been accepted, and he's their player, basically. Sesko to Manchester United. Mbemo, Cunha, Sesko. Listen, it could be very long for Arsenal on the opening day of the season. What else? Baleba, them stories aren't really going anywhere. Hopefully they don't get him. But I feel like if Man United, I feel like it's in Man United's hands. If Man United are ready to go and get similar to what they got for Caicedo, someone else said in the comments yesterday on YouTube, I think they said that if they can get similar for what they got for Caicedo, they'll sell him. But I think they probably want to get another year out of him at least. Yeah, but Donnarumma, them talks are going on, and if Donnarumma was to join, to be honest, I don't think that one's gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna leave Champions League team winners, like, for a team that's not playing in the Champions League when PSG want him to stay as well. Obviously, he's got 1 year left on his contract. They've offered him a new one, but it looks like he's just ready to just let it run down and and see what happens from there. So. And they've signed another keeper as well, who, if he leaves, will be number one. If he stays, will be the backup keeper. So yeah, man, Donnarumma to Manchester United is interesting. Hopefully, it doesn't happen though, because obviously we can't have Man United just being good like that. Of course not. The Isak talks continue to stay in the media. It doesn't look like that's going anywhere. I think, according to Fabrizio, from what I read, Fabrizio was telling the world that they're going to submit another bid for Isak, and I think we all know he's going to go there. I think Newcastle will do very well to keep him. I don't think that's going to happen, especially because they are looking actively for strikers to replace him. And one of the strikers that's been mentioned is Nicholas Jackson. Now, Nicholas Jackson, I know Nicholas Jackson gets a bad rep, but I think for his age, he's actually done all right for Chelsea. I think they maybe wanted him right now to be a bit like less rough around the edges. Do you get what I'm saying? But when you look at the goals he's scored, when you look at his contributions overall, he's actually been a really good signing for them. But I think they probably just needed someone who, like I said, wasn't so rough around the edges, someone that's a bit more clinical, and someone that could basically catapult them to the next level and get the Premier League, which, to be honest, I don't think Liam Delap and Yao Pedro is that, but it remains to be seen. But for whatever reason, cool. Nicholas Jackson looks like he's on the move this summer, and it looks like it's Newcastle or Tottenham. And do you know what? If Tottenham were to get him, that would be a very, very good buy for Tottenham. I think anyone that gets him would be a very good buy. I think Craig Davis mentioned on Twitter that Newcastle should have gone in for Núñez, and I 100% agree with that Newcastle should have gone in for him. They're looking for a striker. He's got Premier League quality. He's still improving. I don't think what we see from Núñez is the finished article. No, I think he can get better. I think that he will start putting in those chances that he's getting. And Newcastle, for all the strikers that they're looking for, I'm so surprised that they did not go for him. So if Nicholas Jackson does become available, like Chelsea are saying he is available, Newcastle definitely have to get him. And Richarlison might be leaving Tottenham, apparently. And if he leaves, then Jackson goes there. But this Richarlison hype, I've never really got it. And I'm not just saying that because he plays for Tottenham. But when he went to Everton for 50 mil, I was just like, what? Why are they paying 50 mil for him? And then when he went to Tottenham for 50 mil, I was like, why are they paying 50 mil for him? Like, I've never seen a 50 million pound player there. I think on his day, he can be a bit of a handful. But outside of that, no, I don't think he's ever gonna be prolific. I don't think he's ever gonna be a striker that will take your team to the next level if you're already in the Champions League. I don't think he's gonna be the reason why you get into Champions League, or he's gonna be the reason why you win a league. No. And I don't think he can be your number one striker. No matter what team you're at, I don't think he's ever going to be the goal scorer that people might want him to be. So yeah, man, I think it's very. I just don't understand the Richarlison one. And if you lot understand at home, let me know, and then we can just go back and forth about it. But I just don't understand that. But yeah, if he does go, fair enough. Jackson will come in, and I think Jackson will be a very, very good buy. Like I think Nkunku will. Nkunku, I feel like. I feel so bad for him because he's obviously a very good striker. I think he's better than what they've got. I think he's better than Delap. I'm not trying to be funny when I say that. But for whatever reason, they just don't give him the game time. They just haven't given him the game time. And when I've seen him play, I've been massively impressed by what he's done because he is that, like, he can make something out of nothing. And if he's a confidence player. If you give Nkunku the trust and the confidence to go out and play and tell him you're going to get game time, I think he will score goals. And I'm pretty sure he scored quite a few goals last season. Like, I could just go and Google it, but I can't bother. But I know that he scored goals last season. So, yeah, I think they should probably keep him. But obviously they're not going to. But what else is happening? Levi Colville, sorry, got ACL. And I wonder how much of that has just got to do with the fact that he's played so much football over the season. And then pre-season comes now, after the Club World Cup, just finished maybe like 2 weeks ago, first training session, he gets an ACL. I wonder how much of that has to do with the amount of football that's been played. And it could have nothing to do with it, but I feel like these injuries that we're seeing, it's just because of the schedules and the amount of games people have to play. We see Maddison as well, ACL injury. Hopefully they get better soon. They get well soon. But yeah. Last I think I said this yesterday as well. Pre-season games, man. Pre-season is about getting fit. It's about just getting the rust off and getting back into the swing of things. And, I don't ever look at pre-season results. Like I said, I've seen teams get absolutely battered during pre-season and go on to have great seasons. I've seen teams flying during pre-season and then have crap seasons. So I think that as long as you're getting the minutes in, you're getting the rust off, like I said, you're just getting things clicking again. You shouldn't really focus too much on pre-season. I think there are obviously some things that you might want to look at, like, how your team's shaping up. Have they changed anything? And you might be happy or sad with that. Fine, cool. But I think sometimes you just have to just wait till the season starts, man. You can't get too... You could be like, I'm not too sure about that. But you can't be too, like, head lost with it. You can't have such a head loss with what you're seeing because it's a pre-season game. So, yeah, man. Outside of that, I don't think there's anything else to talk about. But... let's see. Garnacho really wants to go to Chelsea. I'll be very surprised if Garnacho ends up at Chelsea, because I'm wondering what Chelsea are seeing in him, or what they've seen in him that makes them feel like he's a Champions League quality player. He's a player that improves their squad, because I don't think he necessarily does improve their squad. But for whatever reason, Chelsea are hell-bent on getting Garnacho. And it's going to be very interesting to see how much they pay for Garnacho, because obviously Madueke went for 50 million. Madueke, I believe, is better than Garnacho. So it'll just be very interesting to see what's going on. I don't think there's anything much to talk about. Thomas Partey gone to Villarreal. I won't say anything about that one. And I think that's about it. Oh, Højlund. Højlund does not want to leave Manchester United. It's clear that they're just trying to get rid of him. You know, they're trying to find a buyer for him. They don't have, you know, the patience for him. I feel like they've seen all they need to see with Højlund, and they're just like, yeah, you can go. But Højlund, it's one of those ones where I feel like Højlund knows he's not going to get a better team than Manchester United. He knows for his ability, Manchester United is as good as it gets. And he knows if they sell him now, if he goes now, that's it. It's only downhill from there. And I feel like as much as they want to sell him, he's just like, nah, I want to fight for my place. You know, and fair play. You want a player to do that, but I feel like he knows that it's above his level. And while he's there, he's just going to ride the wave. So, yeah, that's an interesting one. But, yeah, guys, I'm out. And keep liking, subscribing, sharing. Let me know if there's anything I need to talk about. Let me know if there's anything you want me to say. And, yeah, that's it from me. Out.